game, and you can see that by the boys' starts. They started fantastic, some great football, created chances, got in behind them, got the lead, and then second half we just never managed to get that quality and tempo back up again.
We were in trouble in the first 20 minutes. We had, I think, a problem with the distances between Higuain and the midfielders. In the second half, we were in control of the match, and in the last part of the match, we could have won, I think.
We want to play the Champions League next season. That's why I think at the end of the game we just think, yeah, draw is not too bad here, and maybe try to attack and consider counter-attack. You know, now we have 2 games to play. The next one is Watford at home. It's not an easy game again, but I think we can finish in the top 4.
Did it ever cross your mind not to play David De Gea in this game?
No, it didn't. David's been a fantastic keeper at this club, and he's done well. His reaction after the City game was good, and I was very confident in him. And of course, he knows he could have done better with their goal, but that's just one of those things again.
When a goalkeeper makes a mistake, it's normally a goal. When I make a mistake, you can keep going, so it's easier for us. So we have to be with him, and again, he has our full support, our full confidence, and he's my friend, but he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world, without a doubt.
Just before we get on to De Gea, the second half of that game was a tough watch, wasn't it? I mean, highlighted by the fact in our edit, the first incident that we put in from the second half was in the 80th minute.
Yeah, it was the Rojo header and then Higuain at the other end, and that was it. It was a bit of a non-event, wasn't it?
I knew it was bad when we got to what did we get to? 45th, Alan's Newcastle goals.
Yeah. Let me tell you about my greatest goal.
It's not true.
David De Gea, it's obviously the mistake, and we can see that. It's more now what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does with him and how he reacts, isn't it?
It's hard to say what to do with an individual when you don't know them very well and what his character's like. I think something's not right at the moment. You know, we can hypothesise about whether it's does he want to go home to Spain, does he want more money, whatever it is, but it's affecting his game. I would like the manager, or a manager, if I was a player, to speak to me like an adult and say, how are you feeling, what you're doing, are you thinking of leaving? Because if he's going to leave, you might as well take him out now, take him out the firing line. I think if he's going to stay and he signs his contract, leave him in and show the confidence in him, but every time the ball goes near him at the moment, it's unbelievable.
Do you not think that's part of the bigger problem at Old Trafford? Probably one of the reasons why he hasn't signed his contract is that he looks at other players in the dressing room who are being paid an absolute fortune and obviously not worth being paid an absolute fortune, and he's going to the board and saying, well, hang on a minute, I've been the player of the year 4 times out of the last 5, including last season. I'm entitled to what they're getting.
He might be, but I hope not. I hope not, because the fact is he's going to be one of the best paid, if not the best paid goalkeeper in the world. Strikers get more money than goalkeepers are, but the type of guy he is, or the professional he's been, and the consistency he's shown, I hope he's not that way. I hope he's thinking, where can I win trophies? Where can I be the best I can be? Maybe, and maybe we don't think about this too often, his family want to go home. Maybe, I know there's rumours about Paris or whatever, but he's been here a long time.
Just a final one on that. I mean, you're both outfield players. Do you think it's easier to take an outfield player out of the firing line if they're having a difficult time than it is to take a goalkeeper out of the firing line?
No, I think he'll end up sticking with him, and rightly so. When you look at the 2 games that he's got left, Cardiff and Huddersfield, the last 2 games of the season, if there's one player that has something in the bank because of his performances for Manchester United, then it's the goalkeeper. He's going through a terrible time at this moment in time. There's no doubt about it. You can see that. I mean, that should be a basic save for any goalkeeper, let alone a goalkeeper that we've seen the ability of with him so many times. But I think he'll stick with him in the next 2 games.
The worrying thing was how it changed the United's performance. It seemed to deflate everybody, the crowd, the rest of the team. It shouldn't have done, because it was in the first half. And that second half was lacklustre.
And they had a half-time to regroup.
Yeah. And they were dominant in the first half. They could have just carried on in the same way, but they didn't. I don't know whether their confidence dropped. I don't know whether their energy dropped. But that mistake alone shouldn't be the reason we're talking about United not being, or De Gea shouldn't be the reason we're saying United might miss out.
Marcus Rojo probably lucky not to get a red card?
I think he did get lucky. He came on pumped up, didn't he? That's for sure. It's a naughty one when you see it. He'd made it. This one here is bad enough. He got away with that one, but then when we see it on the slow-mo, Al, it's a bad one, isn't it?
It's a terrible tackle.
Maurizio Sarri said that's an orange.
No,
between a yellow and a red.
It should have been a red card because we'll see it from a different angle in a second. This one here.
Oh.
That should have been a red card.
Does well getting it out of the way, William. He flicks it up. I'd like to know where Sarri played when he was young.
he said afterwards, Willian is in trouble, but he was more worried about Rudiger's knee injury. These are the remaining fixtures for all the clubs who seem to be struggling to get into the top four or cement a place in the top four at the moment. I mean, just on the nature of where they are with 2 games to play, you'd say Tottenham and Chelsea, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, they're in the position that they're in now. I don't see that changing. I think United will get 6 points from those 2 games, but I think the others will pick up enough points just.
OK. Let's tell you who the winners were then at tonight's PFA Awards in London. And as was widely reported this week, Men's Player of the Year is Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk. He becomes the first defender to win it since John Terry in 2005 and only the 6th in the history of the PFA Awards. After receiving his trophy, he spoke to Manish Basin.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's obviously winners' award voted by all the players you play against week in, week out. It's fantastic. I think it's the highest honor you can get, and really proud. So yeah, thank you very much.
You know, this trophy has been dominated, if anything, by strikers, the ones with the goals. You're the first defender to pick this up since, John Terry back in 2005. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about scoring goals, it's about stopping them as well. You must enjoy having won over the strikers in this case.
Well, it's great to get recognition from all the players, and obviously defending is as important as attacking. And I think this year we have been doing brilliantly with the boys, and we have obviously Trent and Robbo here as well, who have been amazing throughout the season, and I think everyone can take full credit for that. And obviously, yeah, it's been a good season, but yeah, we'll see how it ends.
It could be a great season. Now look, listen, I don't think I've ever seen you break into a sweat. Not that I've ever seen you that closely, that often, to be honest. But you seem to make the game look so easy. Has it always come so naturally to you?
Well, I try to. I try to play my game, try to read the game as good as I can, and obviously don't want to come in difficult situations, so I let Robbo do the work. But yeah, I like playing for Liverpool. I love playing for Liverpool, and I'm proud to wear the shirt as well.
And you know what? You could end the season with 97 points. We don't know yet if it's going to be enough to win the title or not, but you can still clearly be so proud of what that club has achieved this season, surely.
Yeah, but we're not going to think what's going to happen in 2 games. We just take it game by game. We have a big game on Wednesday. We're going to put our full focus on that, and then after that we have Newcastle on the weekend. That's going to be very tough as well. So yeah, hopefully we got 5 games left in total, and we'll see how it's going to end.
Well, it was widely thought that Raheem Sterling was Van Dijk's main challenger for that award, and Sterling has been named the Young Player of the Year. He wasn't at the ceremony, but he did send this message.
Hi guys, it's Raheem here. Sorry I can't make it down. It's a lovely honour to win this award, and I just want to say a massive thank you for my fellow professionals that have all voted for me, and I want to thank everyone at Manchester City for their support this season. I'm in a fantastic club, some great players, good coaching staff, so I just want to give everyone at Man City a thanks, and also to my friends and family that's always shown me support throughout my career, and no different this season. So sorry I can't be there, and thank you for this award, and hopefully we can win the last 3 games and get the Premier League, and hopefully the FA Cup as well, and make it a great season. Thank you.
2 very deserved winners. You're not going to argue with Virgil van Dijk as Player of the Year, are you?